Super League here on Sky Sports, and it's the clash of the giants. Leeds 16, Wigan 12, the repeat of last year's inaugural grand final in the JJB Super League. 16 points to 12. And look at what these fixtures mean to the supporters of Leeds and Wigan. And what does this fellow mean to the supporters of the Leeds Rhinos? What a talent, and you cannot coach it. You just have to stand back and allow them to play. People like Iestyn Harris and Jason Robinson. Leroy Rivett isn't so bad either on the wing for Leeds. His try, the interception, has turned this match in Leeds' direction at the moment. But what has Robinson got up his sleeve for this second half? He has scored 18 tries against Leeds since 1993, has Jason Robinson. Second half is underway, courtesy of the boot of Iestyn Harris. High hanging kick, and Dennis Betts is first to it, and then Glanville and Godden are first to him.
An important 5-10 minutes in the opening second half for both sides, for different reasons, of course. Wigan know they've had Leeds on the rack, so they'll be confident, but will they go into the same style that they utilised in the first 20 minutes? If they do, they're in with a big chance. Of course, Leeds, I'm sure, will utilise a better kick and chase game in this second half.
Clinch with the first kick downfield of this second half. He's gone for the 40-20, the ball bouncing towards the touchline. Harris is the man who picks it up, and then he gives it to Paul Sterling. Just to emphasise how important this match is to both these sides, they're really playing for third place in the Super League table, and with it, the opportunity to have two cracks at the playoff series. They can lose once and still go on to play at Old Trafford in the grand final at Old Trafford on October the 9th. And that's it, the night of nights for Super League. Any information? 0113 244 114. The kick-off at 6:30. If you need any other details about the big night, ring that number. Monday morning, Tuesday morning. It's a bank holiday, isn't it? Tuesday morning this week, and Super League Europe will be open for business. Wes Davis collects the kick through, and Darren Fleary led the charge on the young full-back. Well, let's hear what was said in those dressing rooms at half-time. Two vital team talks. Here's Bill.
Both coaches playing it pretty cagey as they came out, and I spoke to them just before the start of the second half. Graham Murray, the Leeds Rhinos coach there, pretty satisfied with that effort in the first 40 minutes, but did agree that the kicking game needs to be improved on. That's what they're looking for in this second half, but they're looking for more big hits like that. For Wigan, the coaching department and Andy Goodway, head coach, satisfied with the first 40, won't be happy with that though. As you can see, they're looking for better field position. The word from Wigan was that they achieved quite a lot in the first half without great field position, and that if they can get deeper into Leeds territory, they can do more damage. But they're not going to do damage when they spill the ball like that and put themselves back under pressure.
Gary Connolly, of all people, dropping the football. Now in the first half, when Wes Davis was picked up for the mistake, Leeds scored. Andy Hay was standing out of the scrum. He's given it there to Brad Godden, and Godden is tackled by Lee Gilmore. Here's Lee Jackson again, into the arms of Powell. On it goes to Glanville, and Glanville taking them on up the middle, but Cowie and company standing firm. That's two tackles gone. Bags of time for Leeds to build here in this attack. It's with Sheridan. Sheridan gives it then to Jamie Jones Buchanan, who came on in the first half, 18 years of age, one of the academy graduates, making it big now. Jackson, great run from him. Hauled down and trying to disentangle himself from Cowie's legs. Here's Harris again, into the arms of Powell. Powell gives it wide to Godden. Godden flicks it back. Sterling is hauled down inches short. Last tackle here for Leeds, and they were trying to plunder one then from dummy half, and they've got 6 more. Leeds have. Well, there must have been a Wigan hand on that. So here now is a golden opportunity. Cummins just grounded.
Great sliding defence. It had to be as well, because Leeds had them stretched.
Jones Buchanan again. Well, he's 18 years of age. There are a few teenagers in the Leeds colours tonight, but you wouldn't recognise it. You would say they're all season campaigners. corners. Here is Harris. Harris flicks it back again. Martin Masella saw the gap and went for it. This is a golden opportunity for the Leeds Rhinos. It's with Darryl Powell. Darryl Powell looping pass to Andy Hay. Andy Hay with the strength. He lost that.
Oh, what a vital drop. Dearly me today, I think he dropped it.
We'll ask the video referee to make the final decision. Was it lost?
Yes. Only just though. They will go frame by frame. He did well to the second rower. He lunges out. And is there a gap? I think there is, but it's only very slight.
Just bounced away from him, didn't it? Well, that's our opinion, but Tony Brown's the man.
I think he just lost control, and that could very well be the most important decision by the video ref tonight. Wigan have gone back to the quarter line. Is it NO?
Yes. And the 20-metre tap. Andy Hay so close to giving Leeds a wonderful start to this second half.
Well, we spoke about the confidence booster, Leeds finishing off that first half in such grand fashion. If Andy Hay could have got down an extra millimetre just before he lost it,
well, they could have scored either side of half-time, and that would have been a killer blow. As it is, the fat is still in the fire. 4 points between these two great sides. Betts to Farrell. Farrell comes back on the inside. Glanville and Hay getting down on halfway.
That's his job, Mark Glanville, to shadow Andy Farrell. That'll be back to 6. It came off the Leeds player.
And it is. Referee wipes the tackle count down. Mark Smith takes the tackle then. It was Jamie Jones Buchanan. Don't get many double-barrel surnames in rugby league, do we? But we've got one tonight. Here's Andy Farrell. There's Dennis Betts. He's hit a big gap. Harris is after Betts. Betts tips it back. Leeds have got it. Harris turn, try, save, and then Jackson dropped on the loose ball.
But why did Betts panic and get the ball away? Why didn't he just take the tackle? This is panic play by Dennis Betts, who's had a wow of a game. But you've got to take the chances. We keep saying it, I know, but in pressure games like this, you must control your emotions.
Well, maybe he heard a call over his shoulder. Maybe that's why he released the pass.
Well, he knew he was on the way to the whitewash. And again, this Leeds scrambling defence.
Well, Iestyn Harris allowed Betts the outside rein. And there's a big kick downfield from Ryan Sheridan, but that will stand. And Danny Moore will surely run this ball back, which he does. Oh, great chase.
That's better. And again, Jones Buchanan leading the way.
Well, there he is once more, but Connolly got the pass away to Wes Davis. And Davis now moves away from 2, but can't get away from the next posse in.
He's an elusive runner, isn't he, the full-back? And they'll need it. John Money said at half-time there wouldn't be many points in it at the end, and I have to agree with him. And that's why it is so important that you take your opportunity. Leeds have tightened their defence.
Here's Cassidy, almost through. Connolly's in support, and Connolly up the middle again, but Leeds coming back like terriers.
They really are working as a team in this defence.
There's Mestrov, now Cassidy, gets away from Sheridan, gets the pass away. Wonderful defence this time from Rivette on Johnson.
It had to be, he was setting up for the line.
This is the last tackle, and Wigan are running it with Dennis Betts. Back it goes to Farrell. Farrell will now dab it in towards the in-goal area, but that's not a great chase from Wigan. And Rivette is able to pick the ball up.
The option was good, but none of the Wigan players knew what Farrell was doing. Well, in the first half, pinpoint accuracy, but you can see there's no one within cooey of a Leeds player.
Godden with a strong run. Hauled down by Lee Gilmore.
This is turning out to be a classic.
Here's Andy Hay into the arms of Darryl Powell, who took it almost out of the fingertips then of Darren Fleary. Cummins at dummy half.
The pressure is mounting. It's so important who takes first blood in the second half. They know it too.
Jackson on halfway. Harris steps inside 1. flicks the kick downfield. It's easy that for Danny Moore. He will launch another Wigan attack. Gives it then to Wes Davis. Davis then riskily to Robinson.
Again, another poor kick. Half-time, Graham Murray, as Bill Arthur reported, said that Murray wanted a better kick and chase. But Harris, again, he's not on form with the kick. Good job he is with the step. That try just before half-time was sensational. Good defence.
Terrific tackling here from Leeds. Playing Wigan in their own half. Goldspink. Great ball to Dennis Betts.
Great tackle too. And it had to be from Godden.
Mark Smith missed out two. Cassidy, on it goes to Wes Davis. Davis straightens it up, gets to the halfway line, but that's the last tackle. Super Leeds defence again. Clinch gets away from Godden, puts the kick in. That's going to be too deep.
Will it stand up? No.
No, the moment it left his boot, it was on its way to the dead ball line.
Well, it's catching there, Gavin Clinch. 4 kicks in general play, and it was so important, and he was so effective in the first 40 minutes. Well, the crowd, as we mentioned, Graham Murray made an appeal to the fans. Come on, get behind them. And when you look at the fact that the 3 suspended players are not out there, Newton, Farrell and Morley, it's a wonderful effort here from the Rhinos. Wigan arrived here red-hot favourites.
Kevin Sinfield with 5 stitches underneath that headband. This is Barry McDermott. The players of both sides must be feeling the pinch. We counted 7 water carriers on the field then when that little break in play came. But how many breaks in play are we going to get tonight? Here's Jackson. Jackson gets the pass away to Sterling, but Sterling this time stretching, puts the ball down. Good Wigan defence this time.
Well, we saw Jackson last week against Gateshead utilising the blind side, but it was a nothing pass. Sterling had stopped. Watch him hesitate. He thought that the game had stopped. He was going to take the tackle, and really the experience of Jackson perhaps should have made sure that he just went down so that Leeds could utilise the kick.
Well, it's an amazing fact about Lee Jackson, but he has not started a game since the 13-all against Castleford, the 12-all rather, against Castleford in May. Look at the missed tackle count. There's little to choose between the two sides really on that statistic, or on the handling errors.
Well, he's an impact player off the bench, isn't he, Lee Jackson?
Well, amazing that he played speak from the start tonight with a British international, but he does think, obviously, Graham Murray, that Lee Jackson is the impact specialist.
And to be fair, Speak did his job, all that was asked of him. Ooh, swinging out from McDermott. Betts just ducks under it.
And the news from the Wigan bench is that Terry O'Connor will not be back. He has a muscle problem. He's changed on the bench. Great kick. Rivette almost lost it, but that was good stuff under pressure from Moore.
That was better from Clinch. Rivette did ever so well. Oh, that's wonderful defence. This is bubbling. It's ready for Boyle. Will it boil over? That's the big question.
Harris.
Skills up one end, Skills taking the ball away and leaving the pressure.
Jackson on the charge. What an impact this fella has. Oh, the pass should have gone inside to Rivette.
Good work by Davis though. He offered him the touchline. That's why Jackson dummied.
Sheridan, on it goes to Sinfield. Sinfield comes inside, the Wigan captain gets the pass away. Impossible.
He's forced the pass. He could not have seen any support player. He tried to get it away blind to Andy Hay. Well, when you're in front, we mentioned that with the fact Andy Farrell sent out the long ball which Rivette intercepted. You have to make sure. Oh, what a hit! Betts has come up with it.
And here's Sterling.
What a hit from Godden and Mark Glanville. They've come up with the hit of the night. Boom!
Well, if they don't have Godden, and they probably won't have Glanville because he's due to retire, boy oh boy will Leeds miss them next year.
Betts nearly stole that football. He's claiming he got it.
He thought he had. McDermott had maybe the last word. Here now is Harris. Little drop of the shoulder again. Cummins.
We did well there, Cummins.
How did he stay in the field of play then? Here's Harris again. Gives it to Powell. Powell on to Jackson. Jackson looking for Sheridan. It bounced. Oh, the referee. He's got Wigan for offside.
He played the advantage rule.
Harris will surely take 2 points on offer.
Well, he should. This will calm things down. Blood streaming from the head of Connolly. Well, Harris...
They've gone and taken it quick. This is Sinfield.
Oh, I can't believe they haven't gone for the two. They may come up trumps in the end.
They might. That's Rivett.
Oh, how close was that?
Rivett
Johnson got to him, and the hooker, Mark Smith, worked wonderful.
Sinfield. Not the best pass. Flicked out all over the shot. And again, it's going to be 6 to go. Jackson. Cassidy's round his ankle. 6 more for Leeds. How long can Wigan hold out? Harris. This time he's scrapped to the floor by Gilmore and by Paul Johnson.
Well, Leeds, when they had the last set of 2 sixes,
on the charge!
They came up with a 4-pointer. Can they do it again? This is pressure.
So close. Jackson fell. Slipped as he went for that.
It wasn't played all that well. He did well, did the hooker.
Harris off the ground. Powell. Here's Sheridan. Sheridan on to Andy Hay. Andy Hay wide to Godden. Godden will score! Brad Godden scores. Big smile for Graham Murray. The dam has broken. Leeds Rhinos have come up with the opening try of the first half, and that could be the crucial score from Brad Godden. They're dancing on the terraces at Headingley. They're on their way, they believe, to a famous win. A win that will confirm them in 3rd place in the Super League.
The second time they've had the luxury of a second set of 6. It was Andy Hay who had the no try, and it was Andy Hay that offloaded to the Australian centre, and Godden took it well. Well, the Wigan sliding defence has been strong for most of the game, but look at this. You could see how he just committed there. Robinson took the dummy. Yes, says Graham Murray. Y-E-S. Boy, oh boy, is he excited, and he has every right to be. The pressure. The dam has burst. Wigan were on their knees.
Well, Iestyn Harris spurned the opportunity of 2 points from the penalty a few minutes ago. Went for glory. And if he kicks this, he hasn't got 2, he's got 6 in the bag for Wigan, for Leeds. The crowd hushes. He can kick them from everywhere. Leeds take a stranglehold on this classic.
Robinson was left with 2-on-1. He had to keep his eye on the winger out wide, and it allowed Godden the space to go on the inside. And the centre shows the strength. They are going absolutely bananas here at Headingley. No one's leaving the ground, I can tell you.
Oops. Mistake by Jackson. The ball went backwards, says Stephen Presley. It's play on. Well, Kevin Sinfield is certainly up for this. Glanville to Powell, on to Hay. Oh, everything's coming off for Leeds here. Godden is collared this time. The tackle not completed, and he keeps it going again to Sterling.
What a game this guy's had.
Well, it's a special Headingley night. McDermott on the charge.
Wigan have to dig deep. 10 points adrift.
Here's the tormentor-in-chief. Everything's sticking for Leeds.
They're confident, but remember, Wigan were confident too. They started spraying the ball around, and remember, it was Rivett that took the intercept from Farrell. Composure is what Leeds need now. Wigan failed to do that at a crucial point in the first half. Leeds have to do it if they want to wrap this up.
This is the last tackle. Sheridan, was he taken out by Mestrov?
No, said the referee.
No.
Well, it was a nice option. Wigan had failed to get a sweeper in behind the one line of defence, and he was right, the official. Mestrov did not move. Sheridan made a move to Mestrov rather than the other way around. Well, I know one thing, Eddie, if I was Graham Murray, if they get the opportunity, I know they spurned the chance to get the 2 points from the penalty. But if it happens again, you can guarantee the message will be out. You take the 2, Iestyn, now.
That's the last tackle on Mestrov. Here's Clinch. Gives it to Farrell. Farrell gives it wide to Connolly. Wigan are running this on the power play on the last. Connolly cut down by Andy Hay. Terrific tackle from Andy Hay.
They are working overtime, Leeds. You have to admire their ability to come back and help and work hard. The fans thought that was a trip. It wasn't, but who cares? Sterling says, let's get on with it.
Jackson.
Oh, he's tormenting them as the hooker.
Darryl Powell. Good ball. Cummins skipping away from everybody except young Mark Smith. Well, they want to get on with it quickly, Leeds, and here's Jackson.
He knows they're driving towards the sticks. Is it going to be the 1 point? I certainly would go for it.
Harris is standing back. Sinfield to Darryl Powell. Darryl Powell to the in-goal area. Picked up by Davis, who runs the ball out, touching goal. Drop out from underneath the Wigan sticks on the way. More pressure from the champions.
Well, if you don't go for the 1 point, make sure that you apply the pressure on the in-goal area, and Darryl Powell did that superbly. He's worked hard as Wes Davis. He was in a good position, but he knows that Leeds yet again will get the possession. Wigan are struggling to get this football.
Sterling has it now for the Leeds Rhinos, and he gets away from Dennis Betts but can't get away from Clinch. Well, Leeds are having a wow of a time in terms of possession, and not so bad on the scoreboard either. This is Godden. Plays the ball quickly to Glanville. Here's McDermott. Stopped dead in his tracks by the tackle from Andy Farrell. Ball comes free.
He's lost it.
Yes,
and that was silly play, because he reacted to the tackle from Farrell and trying to kid the referee. He's come up with a mistake, and he knows it too. The big prop forward, look, reacting. Instead of getting up and using the composure, Jackson looks down at him and saying, come on, we're in the front, we're leading. Is that the turning point?
Well, maybe. October the 24th, 1998, the grand final. Leeds were beaten 10-4 at Old Trafford. But here at Headingley tonight, they're ahead by 10 points. We've 20 minutes to go. It's time for you to vote for man of the match. Who will the losing coaching side select? 0660 10 10 13. Book yourself a place at Old Trafford for grand final night. And I'll tell you something, if it's as good as this, and I'm sure that the grand final will be, if it's as good as this, there'll be no complaints.
Tremendous. Well, is the man with the ball, Simon Horton. We spoke about Leeds bringing on Lee Jackson, turning the game around. Well, this fella has done it so often for Wigan. He loves to skirt out wide, just off the centres. Can he do it again? Wigan are desperate.
Well, he's missed the last 7 matches, Simon Horton. What a match to make your comeback in. Clinch gets to his feet. Mark Smith, the dummy half. Here's Andy Farrell. Delayed the pass fatally. No, he didn't. Got it away to Smith. It's play on. There's Davis. Out wide it goes. They're keeping this ball alive, but Leeds are scrambling back sensationally.
Good work by Jackson there on his opposite, Mark Smith. The hooker was desperate to try to get the ball. Clinch with the high one.
That's a good kick. That's hanging. Connolly's after this. Sterling has come up with it though. What a take from the winger.
This is putting body on the line. A la Australian rules. Sterling, he leapt out from nowhere. Confidence running through the veins of the Rhinos.
Well, Paul Sterling has been striking a blow for the 30-somethings all through this Super League year. And he's having another sensational match here tonight. He's having a sensational match in a thrilling encounter between 2 excellent teams.
You have to admire the way that Leeds, their tactics, they're standing deep and they're allowing themselves a lot of room. This is a good kick from Harris.
It's a cracker. Davis, he was taken out in the air by Fleary.
Touch the man, did not attempt to go for the football. Well spotted by the official Steve Presley, who I must say, we've been applauding. He still got to it, didn't he, Davis? We've been applauding the players for their attitude, but you have to give credit also to Steve Presley. He's played his part. It has been a cracker. He's had a cracker, Wes Davis. So's this fella, the man whistleblower. Why not?
Yes, he's on top of his game and fully justifying Greg McCallum's faith in him to give him this match. from right out of the top drawer of Super League. Such a vital game. Whoever wins, remember, will be favourites to finish third, and with it the 2 bites at the cherry at Old Trafford. Farrell was there last year. He lifted that trophy last October. He wants to be there again. And look at these two next weekend. Bradford Leeds at Odsal, and then Wigan Saints, the last ever match at Central Park. We'll be there at 3:30 on Sky Sports 1 for a 4 o'clock kickoff.
I'm tingling already. Mestrov, well, that is silly play by Mestrov, trying to keep the ball alive in an impossible situation. And the man of the moment, Lee Jackson, comes up with the football.
Here's Godden again.
It really is
Connolly.
Wonderful tactics by Leeds. See how they're standing back. They're slowing the game down. They're making the Wigan defence come to them. They're playing cat and mouse. And when you've got the likes of Justin Harris out there, he's confusing them.
It's a brave effort by this Leeds side. And they looked on paper as though they had little chance.
Still a long way to go though, Eddie.
Only 10 points in it. Harris with the kick. He pumps it over the top. Moore shuttles back again. And the Aussie will run it back bravely.
There really has been some outstanding efforts from all concerned out there, including this boy. Johnson has worked overtime. They all have. It has been a sensational game. There's still plenty to come. But the way that Leeds are defending, Wigan are finding it extremely difficult.
Farrell, does he hold the key? Mestrov over halfway, but wrestled to the ground by Jackson and by Sinfield. Here goes Robinson, he's seen a hole. Gets away from 2, gets away from Powell. Robinson! In the end, it's twice. There was no second phase. This is the last. It's with Farrell. Out wide, it goes to Horton.
Oh, he's blown it. He should have passed the ball out wide. It was 3-on-1. And Horton, the man that I tipped that could turn it around, has come up with a huge mistake. Look at this. 2 men overlap there. The winger had come off the line. There were 2 Wigan players saying, please, please, please.
Horton held on, took the tackle, maybe with 7 matches out behind him, just a little ring rusty there. Simon Horton. Leeds are in possession again. Sinfield. Talk about outstanding young talent. They don't come much better than that 18-year-old. This is Powell. He is nearly twice as old as Kevin Sinfield, but he still is playing it like a teenager this year. Harris just hoofs the ball over the top and splits Robinson and Davis. That's a
much
great
better kick. Fantastic kick. Split the full-back and the winger. That's what you practice, and then Harris is first there. It's a skipper's knock, that is for sure.
He's there again to bring Robinson down with help from Jones Buchanan.
Well, Leeds have been criticised over the past few weeks for being a little bit underdone. They really have not shown the sparkle, but they have shown that they can dig deep and come back in the second half. And this is probably one of the best defensive efforts I've seen from Leeds in the second half for a long, long time.
Farrell's gone for a 40-20. That will skip away, but it won't find touch. Rivette will get this. He'll have to run it back. And now he will, and the wall of red and white has arrived. Led by the kicker. Helped out by Chris Chester.
Up the jumper time now.
Jones Buchanan for Leeds. Jackson, what an influence. Godden.
Settle it down. Harris is shouting for his forwards to just cart it up. Play percentage football.
Jackson just struts into dummy half, gives it then to Sheridan. Sheridan on to Harris. Harris wide to Cummins. Cummins back to Rivette. Well, Kevin Sinfield run his blood to water tonight, that young man with 5 stitches as well in the head. Harris with the kick, and it bounces kindly in the field of play, but it will be Wigan's head and feed at the scrum.
He'll be quite happy. He knows that the clock is just ticking away, and that will eat up extra seconds. Andy Goodway knows it's the last throw of the dice time. The big problem that he's had, and his team has had, should I say, is that they haven't been able to get the possession.
Well, it's all gone according to plan for Graham Murray. He certainly has had the engine sign over Wigan in the recent past. There's the possession in terms of the match, and Leeds well in control of it according to that statistic, and well in control of it on the scoreboard as well, as we have just less than 12 minutes to go.
Well, Wigan have not shown the enthusiasm shown in that opening 25 minutes when they were using dummy runners, and Mestrov yet again keeping it alive. They're lucky to get away with that.
Chester did the same.
But when you look at the clock, they're getting to a point where they know they've got to try to force it now, perhaps.
Some of these, that looked forward.
Certainly did.
Some of these Leeds players, these youngsters, Jones Buchanan, Kevin Sinfield, Andy Speak, who played his part early in the match, they really have graduated with honours tonight.
Have they ever? They have dug deep.
Wigan are having to take risks. There's another long pass into the arms of Moore from Farrell, and they keep the ball alive. On it goes again. Here's Farrell once more. Farrell through that tackle. Where's the support? Farrell with a terrific run. Robinson's on his outside.
Play on, it came off. They'll take the first knock on from Leeds, will they?
No, they'll take the first knock on from Robinson, I think, because it went backwards from the Leeds man.
Well, Farrell had someone on the inside. It went backwards, so this will be Leeds head and ball. Well, Robinson coming up with a real mistake.
Oh, he's given Wigan rather the head and feet.
Oh, that is the first real big mistake from Steve Presley. The pressure has got to him.
Well, he's right. He's just signalled that the Leeds man hit it in flight, and it did, but he knocked it back towards his own line.
I'm with you. Leeds should not have been put under pressure. Good work by Cummings. Oh, tremendous stuff. They're fighting for their lives. They are fighting for their lives. Not only that, they are fighting not to be playing in the playoffs. At sudden death, remember the fourth do not have a second chance.
Here's Clinch. Clinch to the runner who was goal-speak. 10 metres away. Can Wigan turn this possession into points? Mestrov flicks it away. And here's a chance for Chester. He hangs on. Plays the ball to Mark Smith. Farrell. Clinch. Great defence from Leeds. Moore. Back it goes. Here's a chance. Chance there for Clinch. He'll score. Gavin Clinch gets the 4 points, does he? Yes, the referee and touch judge agree. And Gavin Clinch gets the try, but did Wigan deserve the possession they got from the scrum? It looked like the ball went backwards off the Leeds hand.
Well, the Rhinos are badly done to there. You can see that it's definitely gone back. No doubt about it that Sterling has forced that ball backwards, and a simple knock-on from Robinson. Well, from this, they have come up with the 4 points. They were desperate. Clinch put onto it, and full credit to Clinch. He was the one that threw the long ball out wide, and he supported well. That could be the most vital try that Clinch has scored for quite some time. He took the odds, long ball out wide. Moore did exceptionally well. Leeds was struggling to get back. Clinch saw that they were just light on the blind side. It's not over yet, boys and girls.
Gavin Clinch, well, he scored tries in 3 of his last 4 for Wigan since his move from Halifax. He's thrown the champions a Headingley lifeline here. And Andy Farrell from way out on the far touchline. Wes Davis has been receiving treatment in the line of fire for Farrell. That's why the referee held the clock up and delayed this conversion attempt from Andy Farrell. Here's Farrell. Important kick. He's missed it. But Wigan are back within a try and a goal.
What a classic. This is the incident again. Obviously it's gone back. Now, the touch judge was actually signalling to the referee, Steve Presley, that was 6 to go. See, that's 6 to go, and therefore it's play on. He said it's gone backwards. Well, that is a missed call by Steve Presley. The only mistake I feel that he's done all night, and it could prove costly. Not only that, remember, Wigan are only a converted try away from snatching the draw.
Sinfield returns.
What a battle this has been. Skills are plenty, absolutely superb. They don't come much better than this.
Skill and bravery and commitment, and it's not over yet. 8 minutes or thereabouts to go, and who do you think is the man of the match? Who's going to win it, first of all? That's what you've got to decide, and then you've got to decide who the losing coach and his staff choose as man of the match here tonight at Headingley.
Give them all a TikTok.
Well, they've got bags of TikTok. The players here. Farrell!
He's had a champion game as Andy Farrell. He really has worked overtime. How many breaks have Wigan had and yet failed to score? Oh, he just couldn't get it away. Horton was just outside.
What a good tackle by Jones Buchanan. Here's Connolly. Breaks 12-13, nothing. It's off the outside of the boot by Connolly. Flick back to Betts. It's still on the last. Dennis Betts. Dennis Betts. He's got Connolly. Connolly is trapped. Now then, he will say that the ball carrying on didn't touch the ground, but it went back to Godden anyway.
Well, good work by Betts there. Then Connolly got to it. Got to him eventually. Well, this is really up the jumper stuff now. Still plenty of time to go, but composure. They've got to go work up, try to get in a position to go for the 1 point. That's what they need. Can Jackson run from dummy half? Can he make that initial break? An important break as far as the Rhinos are concerned.
Fleary on halfway. 3 tackles left this set of 6. Here's Harris. On it goes to Sinfield. Sinfield back to Hay. Oh, brilliant from Leeds. Harris. Harris has ghosted round 1. Sheridan's there. Here's the match. Here's the match. Sheridan scores. Sheridan has scored for Leeds and has won this match for the Rhinos. Sensational play again from the Leeds Rhinos. Absolutely breathtaking. And Graham Murray can be well proud of his team here tonight. Sheridan with the try. That'll clinch it. And the Leeds Rhinos tonight have come of age. So many youngsters in their lineup of 17. But look around this pitch and you would not believe it. Sheridan, terrific try. Brilliantly created. Wonderfully scored, and Ronnie's dancing, and so are they.
And well played, the fans here. They really have lifted this side. And full credit to the Rhinos, as Eddie mentioned. The youngsters have played their part. They've kept the ball alive. I was wanting up the jumper. Go for the 1 point. Harris, he just went round Cowie as though he wasn't there. Sheridan had the speed. It's all over. Put the glasses down. Sinfield, beautiful play. Hey, back on the inside. Harris, the elusive Harris. The man of steel Harris. Sheridan, he's no tin pot either.
So Harris from bang in front adds 2 more points. Leeds have won an absolute classic. 28 points to 16.
They deserve the rich pickings that have been on show tonight. It says it all on the face of the coaching staff from the Wigan Warriors.
They know, Steve-O, that if Wigan are to retain their crown this year, they now have got to do it the tough way. Knockout football all the way to Old Trafford, and that's a massive ask.
Good short kick though, they've got possession. Wigan will not throw the towel in. Remember, the trophy is on the sideboard at Central Park. They are the champions. They will not let go of it lightly. But as Eddie has mentioned, it looks as though they're going to have to do it with sudden death football all the way through to retain that trophy. This was the match who would decide the 3rd and 4th. Big hit from Cummins. Horton's come up with a knock-on.
He's lost it. Well, he had the chance to flick the ball out wide earlier.
He was put under a lot of pressure. Cummins, who's worked overtime in defence. Horton knows it. He's perhaps thinking, I should have passed out wide. A little bit rusty, maybe. But you cannot take anything away from the Leeds effort tonight. It has been quite outstanding. They were on the rack. Wigan in control. The interception from Leroy Rivette, and boy oh boy, it turns all around.
Iestyn Harris has now notched a new Super League record for kicking goals. 121. He has beaten the previous best mark set by Bobby Goulding in '96, but Wigan have won one against the head. There's a rarity in this night of rarities. It's been a wonderful game. Robertson!
Oh, Sinfield, what a wonderful effort. Well, I can't remember the last time I saw one against the head, legally.
Here's Chester. Darryl Powell was Leeds' top tackler before he went off the field with 29 tackles. He has been replaced by 16-year-old Chev Walker. This is Clinch, he's given it to Betts. Wigan don't know, the clock is probably going to beat them. They are looking for another try here.
Well, what an effort it's been from all the athletes out there, especially this man, Andy Farrell. He just will not give in.
Got a penalty.
He pulled the ball away. It's getting a little bit tetchy out there. That's the pressure. Farrell says get on with it.
Horton wanted to get on with it. Farrell does. Here's Cowie. Bounces off one. Bounces off two. Keeps the ball alive. It's back here with Clinch. Wide it goes to Danny Moore. And Danny Moore will score. Wigan aren't done yet. Danny Moore with the try. Well, you can see what it means to Wigan. They don't want to come from fourth all the way to Old Trafford, and Moore has given them a hope.
Again and again, it's Farrell that got them in this position. Clinch long ball out wide. He took it well, did Moore. They just run out of numbers, didn't the Leeds? Give me more, and he did. But can he get 4 more, 6 more? They'll want to get on with this. Farrell will want to convert as quickly as possible. This is sensational stuff.
And Farrell adds the extra 2. The gap is down to 6 points. Wigan, I don't think, can win, but they can get the draw, and they can take the agony on a couple more weeks.
Leeds are going to take it nice and steady. All of a sudden, cramp has set into the legs.
There's no cavalry. There's no cavalry charge here from the Leeds Rhinos.
Now it's an important kick from Harris. What he has to do now is A, ensure that it stays in the field of play, kick it as deep as possible into the corner, and watch the Leeds legs all of a sudden rejuvenate from having bad hamstring problems a few seconds ago. Watch them go. I'll pick ground number 6. Here they go.
So this is the last chance for Wigan. The last minute, and again they're keeping this ball alive. They're having to take risks, and they are. It's with Horton. Surely there isn't another twist in this tale.
Well, you've got to look to the likes of Robinson.
He's lost that. Chester's lost it. Play on, says Steve Presley. Here's Danny Moore. He's
lost it.
down.
That's it. They had the chance. Andy Goodway must be spitting chips.
He doesn't look like it, but he knows now that's the match. Graham Murray and Ronnie the Rhino, who don't look. I think he can look in about 20 seconds, because his team will be just about confirmed in 3rd spot for the playoffs.
Well, I stand and applaud these athletes out here tonight. Oh, are we going to have a little bit of fisticuffs at the end? Calm down, boys, calm down. And you can see there, Darren Fleary got excited. It's all over.
Listen, Wigan, if you push before the ball comes in, I will penalise.
Well, the referee, if he looks at the big screen, will see the time's up. Leeds have got this one last move. Harris will take the tackle. There's the siren. There's the smile from Graham Murray and Damon McGrath. And there's the hugs on the field. This has been a fabulous night for Leeds. It has been a wonderful night for Super League. It's been a great night for those Leeds Rhino supporters. Rugby League has been the winner at Headingley tonight. Fantastic stuff. 28-22. The Leeds Rhinos have won it. Absolutely. stuff. And that's how important it is to Leeds, the players and their supporters. A victory over Wigan is cherished. A victory over Wigan when it means the difference between fourth and sudden death football and third and 2 bites at the playoffs. It's something that they will savour here for many, many months to come. Terrific stuff. Sheridan, who has scored in every one of the games here at Headingley between these two sides. Sinfield, Chev Walker, another teenager. The Leeds boys have come alive. Jones, Buchanan there in the foreground. Terrific stuff. Leeds' future is in good hands. Leeds' present, well, they're on the way to the playoffs in third.